Hello everyone, it's your favorite kind of fruit, ABowloFruit, and today I have, well, I'm gonna be honest here, I haven't been telling you all that's been going on in my life lately, because lately I've been out conquering the world. I am Fruit the Conquistador, or at least that is what my pawns call me. My pawns are my soldiers, my henchmen, tomato, tomato, they're all the same. But the little journey I went on not too long ago has led to a momentous event for myself, which we'll learn about here soon. Patience, young one. If you want to be my henchman, you gotta be patient because I need time to plan these things out. You just can't. Yeah, I got to steam. Okay, so myself and my fellow army were conquering Europe the other day. And upon my conquering, we infiltrated the enemy's base. We set up a new forward operating base. We captured their leader. We returned it for 100 points. And we won capture the flag. So that was a bonus. But needless to say, then we slaughtered the other leader. It was ugly. You didn't want to be there. But then my right-hand man came up and suggested that this newfound territory I now own, considering that I now own 90% of the world, roughly, not including Antarctica. I don't want Antarctica. Do you want Antarctica? Just a big block of ice. And I really don't want to bother defending that thing because it ain't worth defending. So instead of going to Antarctica, my trusty old right-hand man, Julio III, I picked him up when I was conquering Mexico a few days ago. And he says that he knows the whereabouts of this place called Atlantis. And I'm like, you say what? I say what, Julio? Julio, what did I hire you for? Julio. He's like, oh, hey, mister, you hired me to, what am I doing? Like a Asian accent. I bring honor to my family. Okay, so I guess Julio's Asian, or of the Asian descent. Maybe, he's got double citizenship in Mexico. I'm not going to judge. Do what you must. So I picked him up, and he's like, hey, master, I know where Atlantis is. My family, my great-great-grandfather have the book of the whereabouts of Atlantis. In case you didn't understand that, because at first I didn't understand how to get a translator in here. His great-great-great-great-great something father, whatever, has this book of where to find Atlantis. So there's this big map, and I was like, ooh, interesting. So we looked on the map, and there's this big red X in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, all right. So I gathered up my henchmen, and I left some, strategically to defend my bases, of course. I kind of have them spread out everywhere. I learned my tactics from the game Risk. If you've ever played that great game, you'll learn much from it. And if you ever want to be a conquistador like me, you must first become a pro at Risk. It's actually on Xbox Live Arcade. If you want to maybe practice on there, go for it. There's actually a board game if you kids know what that is. But in my world, I'm probably going to eradicate anything involving literature or anything IRL because it's just irrelevant, unnecessary, and quite frankly, I just don't think we need it. So as Conquistador of the world, I will destroy all literature. Anyway, that's despite the point. That's in my future plans, Fruit Conquistador's plans to change the world 101. I'll be having sessions on that tomorrow at 1 o'clock if you want to join me. That'll be in room F202. Located on your left. Continuing, when we got to this site, that was the red X, conveniently the water was painted like a red X, so it wasn't too hard to find. So what I thought I would do is I thought I'd just jump in head first and, head the search party to go find Atlantis. However, when I jumped in, I forgot my scuba gear, and when I jumped in, the pressure made my ear hurt, quite frankly. And so I came out, and it turned out I have an ear infection. And Julio was like, "Hey, master, you must take a break." So I took a break, and unfortunately, I got an ear infection. I went to my doctor. Technically, he's not my doctor, but I made him my doctor. I pretty much threatened his family. He's like, all right. So he took a look at my ears, like, yep, looks like we got an infection. So unfortunately, he had to prescribe to me some ear drops and some pills. Now, the problem is I have had trouble swallowing pills since the age of when I was born. Now, as Fruit Conquistador, I cannot give away my age because I am the all-knowing being. And yes, even Conquistadors have weaknesses, thus being I can't swallow pills. However, as of late, I was able to swallow some Advil, and that made me very happy. Being a Conquistador gives you a lot of headaches. So these horse pills come along with this eardrops, and I'm like, what? No Conquistador takes horse pills. That is just trouble spelled out in the form of HORSEPILLS. There's a space in there, and that's horse pills. And so I took these horse pills, and I contemplated it. I felt it, weighed it, looked it over, measured it, and it's pretty big. It's pretty, and by pretty I mean it's freaking gigantic, man. It ain't no Advil. It's a lot of Advils. So, being the Conquistador I am, I'm not afraid to fight death in the face, considering all the battles I've done. And I figured, what's a pill gonna do to me? So I masked it in between some bread, took the bread, put the bread in my mouth. By the way, I had this bread imported from Italy, where my domain now is. Great bread. Really, the slaves there are doing a good work, honestly. It kind of has this olive taste. Anyway, I put the pill in there, put it in my mouth, kind of, moved it around, make my mouth think I'm chewing it, and then, boom! I just go for it. I just swallow that thing, and I'm like, I just swallowed a horse pill. Happiest day of my life. All my henchmen were like, hey, yeah, yay, Conquistador, hey. And Hulu was like, hey, you've brought honor to your family. And I was like, what up? And the next day I had to take some more, actually this morning. And so this time I'm like, you know what? That bread was delicious, but I think it's time I just step up and use just water. So I just put a little bit of water in my mouth, put that pill in my mouth, and bam, swallowed it. And that is how Fruit the Conquistador came to dominate the world, by taking pills. That's no lie. Maybe a little bit. I love you all. And as always, stay beautiful.